The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion.
I thank you, my son. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you, everyone who is here. Sponsors, highly honored team members who are here. Excited to be here because it's not just a day that we experience every day. It's a day that has made me shed tears because of what I can see in the potential that we can have in our country. But because I believe in accountability, I had tasked the team the things that we don't speak about is what we must speak about in any event that is green. The first one is accountability. So when we speak about sponsors, you sponsors, with details not presented here, the total expense for the event Kitui Green Run amounted to 6.627,960. 6,627,960 Kenya shillings. The registration income was 617,000. The green sponsor category was 3.7, and the project income at that level was 6.6. Community income for the activities, which is separate, was 7.950, and the total grant project income, therefore, was 14,577. We have listed every single cent that every sponsor gave. The difference after the sponsor's contribution, which was about 2.5 or 2.8 million, the rest was funded by Green Africa Group, whose directors are here, and I really want to thank you so much. Wapigieni makofi. The community impact breakdown included food that was given to people while training was going on, 300 bags of beans and assorted meals, which was 3 million, borehole drilling at 3.5 million, a dam that has been set aside to be desilted at 600,000, medical camp and community outreach at 850, totaling to 7.9. I believe if our country has to grow, if sports has to grow, if our families have to grow, we must start with accountability. Having said that, I want to very passionately speak to us on a few areas that are found to be most interesting. And therefore, Julia Kalua, otherwise and mostly known as Julia Kalakwe, our honored champions, ambassadors, representatives of government, Athletics Kenya, the ADAC community, and the founding partners, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, there are races that end at the finish line. I'm sure we need music, maybe not now. And therefore, there are races that end at the finish line. There are others whose true meaning begins right there at the end. On 31st May 2026, Kitui rain, those footsteps became awareness, responsibility, and beneath the ground across which the community ran, water. The need is undeniable. According to 2022 Kenya Demographic and Health Survey, 68% of Kenya's population has access to at least basic drinking water. In Kitui, the figure is only 21%. The lowest county figure is the lowest county figure in the National Assembly. Allow me to repeat that statement because I believe it is very important. So the need of water is undeniable. And according to 2022 Kenya Demographic and Health Survey, 68% of Kenya's population has access to at least basic drinking water. In Kitui, the figure is only 21%, the lowest county figure in that national survey. Across the world, 2.1 billion people still lack safely managed drinking water. These figures represent school hours lost, livelihood restricted, and dignity carried in containers. When water moves closer, health, education, and enterprise move forward. Kitui Green Run is therefore more than sport. Run for Rain is global rallying cry, connecting athletic excellence, clean sport, science, tourism, and accountable investments around the one conviction: every step should leave value behind. Today, we honor excellence that can withstand scrutiny. Excellence that can withstand scrutiny. The Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya has confirmed that 3 samples from the Kitui Green Run returned adverse analytical finding. The affected have been notified, and the matters are proceeding through formal results and a proper management system. Accordingly, only validated results will be recognized, awarded, protected, and protecting due process that we have gone through. Clean athletes and the integrity of sports. Integrity is part of the prize. A medal must represent talent, discipline, and clean sport. And I pause here to ask us as a nation, with the number of athletes, with the global attention that we have as a nation, what should happen at the point where someone has been found positive to doping? And I leave this to our legal fraternity because we need to take this subject to the next level. At that level, it means a lot even to development in our nation. What action needs to be taken in this kind of a process so that we can be fair to each other? We also honor our community water stewardship champions and Run for Rain ambassadors, whose achievement is measured in mobilization and responsibility beyond the rest day. To our partners, we offer more than gratitude. We offer accountability. We deserve, and you deserve, a clear answer. Just like the chairperson said earlier on, what changed? Because we stood together. For Kenya Airways, what you did. For KWS, what you did. For Infotech, what you did. For Kingdom Bank, what you did. For Stanbic Bank, what you did. For athletics, what is it that takes us to give you back as accountability? How do you deeply affect the children, the people in this nation? The answer is rising from the ground. After the race, Green Africa teams, as mentioned earlier on, assessed water needs along the 21-kilometer corridor. At one humble homestead, where I went and actually shed tears, a woman and her family, living in a very dilapidated kind of a situation, an image that will be shared to the world. What the world could give them was a donkey. What the Kitui Green Run and you sponsors have given is through what Green Africa Group, through the Green Africa Foundation's Rainbank Intelligence, discovered so much water under the feet of the woman who the world had given her a donkey. It shows the potential that our country has, the power of sports, and what we can be able to do through corporate social investment. The World Bank reports that inadequate water access costs Kenya more than 0.9% of its gross domestic product. We need platforms that unite government, communities, business, and citizens around measurable outcomes. This institution, our partners, and what the very able chair, Julia Kalakwe, is running, offers that. Run for Rain is not asking the world to fund another race. No. It is inviting the world to run through a living corridor of transformation and leave behind a measurable water legacy. To every founding partners, I have no words to tell you. Whatever you did, whether big or small, you did not merely support an event. You helped establish a model. To global sporting brands, climate institutions, innovators, athletics, and all the people in the athletics world and the African diaspora, begin the conversation now. Come to Kitui and help prove that sport can indeed entertain the world while transforming it. And to the media, please do not just report only who receives the check. Report what the check now stands beside: the clean sport, accountable partnership, and water rising from the ground. We did run 21 kilometers, but our true distance will be measured in how far water no longer has to be carried. Today we honor champions. We thank partners deeply. If I did not mention you, if my team did not mention you, please feel appreciated from the bottom of our hearts. My vision for this event is very clear, and not just because of me. It's a prayer that I'm thanking God and believing in God. If London Marathon can do what it does, if all the global marathons can do what they have and transform, if Standard Marathon is able to do such a small thing when the potential is so huge, what can Kitui Green Run for Rain do? I foresee a time where we will have hundreds of thousands of runners coming to enjoy themselves while they impact the communities. Come not merely to watch, come not merely to finish, come to Kitui and leave a water legacy. May the Lord who rewards reward you like never before, because you are the best. I'm proud of you. To my internal team, the local organizing committee, you burned your midnight oil. I know I push you so much, I'm sorry. But look at what we have. I want to single out David, the voice that you heard here on the video. I said, I must create our own champions. The story must be told internally. Why do you need somebody else to come and do a voiceover when you are the one who believes? You must not pay somebody to do a voiceover. It must be internal by someone who believes it is. Please congratulate David. I am so proud of another internal team member. Please come here. Please come. And this is Ayo. This world has got champions. And I normally push. It's not fun to work with me, I know. And it's okay, because the dream is there. I simply told this team, how are you calling people and you don't have a video of what is happening? That was at 3 p.m. yesterday. I told them I want to see a video. I saw it together with you. I had not previewed. These guys slept here overnight to make sure that that story is told in a way that you can believe something is happening. And I bring him up here, not because he is the only one, because he represents the spirit of Green Africa Group team. Please raise your hands wherever you are, read by Eric and everyone. Please raise your hands. Green Africa, Madam Chair is not part of it, sorry, okay. Please appreciate this team. They do crazy things. They think I do crazy things, but they do that much more than that. Bwana Kutu, Dr. Kutu from Kitui, he has visited every homestead around the 21-kilometer route. I said, I want to get access, numbers, exact, the impact that we are going to raise and to impact the community, not stories. The world is tired of stories. I wanted to see pictures and everything. Kutu, please come. I'm only bringing these people up there so that you see the spirit that drives Green Africa Group and all its institutions. And the directors are here. This man went every household. Please let me allow him to say something. Just talk about the community and what you've done.
It's still morning. Good morning. Yes, I'm Dr. Kutu, as Dr. Kalua has said. I was in the impact space. And therefore, I was to get the masses of water around the 21 kilometer, including the families. Doctor, I want to say, there were those who were running, but there were old women and men who sat by the roadside, running from their heart, convinced that Kitui has enough water, and that's why we are running for rain. I think next year we will be talking about transformation. We'll be showing you a video of what we have done from the time we left the 21st or the 31st half marathon. We will be showing the impact. I want to stop there.
Typical household.
While I was walking around the households, there were so many issues. You know, with the community, you go and you find what you are looking for is more than what is the reality. So along those households, you would find families who see rain falling down on the ground, water running in their fields, they have no single bucket to harvest that water. Once the rain is over, they go back to the river, some fetch from the dam. So these are the realities. You see children who travel to school barefooted, but also taking water from the service dams. Then that tells you food is a problem. That tells you there's so much suffering around the community. Green Africa comes to give that light that shines in the darkness. And now they can say, we saw and we are going to do it. To mention Daktari, to mention something that I went to schools and institutions. You would find a whole institution, like a primary school, without a single tank of water. Every water coming from falling down on their roofs go back to the sea. We enlightened them. We touched them. We discussed with them. We called small meetings. We called a conference for the teachers, for the institution managers to see the great potential and the resource that God has given them, and yet it goes back to the soil. This is what we feel that we should continue with the essence and the meaning of the Kitui Green Run. Come years to come. Thank you. I was among the team of those children who went to Mombasa. We were with Diana.
We paid for that.
Yes.
It was not part of the contribution.
Yes. With Diana and the other team, I did also the research on the families where the children were coming from. There were 10 of them, and we had to get details about them. When we were going to the airport, very interesting that some of them had not stepped in Nairobi. For the first time, they stepped in Nairobi. And not Nairobi, it is Nairobi Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Seeing planes and people and carrying their small bags. Some were torn, but I appreciated them because they were seeing something they have not seen. So up in the clouds, you would imagine the stories which were there. I went before them. I landed in Mombasa. They came. I welcomed them. And they were like, they are not in Kenya. They are in heaven. They are in heaven. They were seeing heaven. Everything has changed. And they will tell me, from now on, we shall be Green Africa, rain ambassadors. We will be environmentalists. We will be telling our parents how far we should go. In fact, they told me, once we went to the air, we will never be the same again, even in class. They will never be the same again. They are going to make sure they get in the plane, and not one, many in years to come. May God bless those who organized this. May God bless Dr. Green. May God bless you because you made it for us.
Thank you. Stand there. This is the stories that you'll never hear. By the way, don't forget, that was only in May, and we are in August. 2 months. It was actually end of May. Why did you work overnight? And why did you believe in this thing throughout, that you didn't sleep even for a minute? And why should everyone do that?
Oh, well, to begin with, I didn't know that I'll be called up here. So this is such a surprise. The very first moment that I met Dr. Green, I had to unlearn some certain things. And one thing that I've learned so far from Green Africa Foundation and Dr. Green is believe in the impossibilities. Dr. Green called me yesterday in the morning at around 6 a.m. I was dead asleep because the previous night I was working. So I just picked up the call. I didn't expect that call. So I picked up the call, and he knew very well I was sleeping, but I just answered the call. He called me and told me, I want you in my office. Come right now. Who am I? I just came, and I was told, you need to put this story together. And I was like, do we have this? Do we have this? But he told me that the script is not ready. It will be ready. The script was ready at 6 p.m. I was like, oh my God. I need to create a 10-minute video, mini documentary, and it has to be one of the best. So I burnt the midnight oil, undoing, doing, redoing, until 5 minutes to the beginning of the event, the video was ready. But easier said than done. One thing about Dr. Isaac Kalua Green, he's taught me never say no, never say that you can't do anything. You have to believe that you can do it. And when the first time I met Dr. Green and we were planning the launch of Green for Life, and we were just sat under a tree, tunapiga story. And then he told me, Ayo, what do you want to be? What are your ambitions? And I was like, I want to go for my master's degree. You're going to get it. I was like, what do you mean? I've been applying for this scholarship for the last 4 years with rejections. And this year, when I got my scholarship, he was the first person I called, and I was like, Daktari, nimepata scholarship. Naenda kufanya masters. And with all the challenges, aliniambia, usijali, utaenda. Next month, I'll be traveling to the UK to study my master's degree, and I feel so blessed, I feel so honored, and every time I see his call, I know kuna pressure hapa, lakini tutafanya kazi. So I'm so glad to be amidst all of you. It's such an honor. And why, to answer the question why I burnt the midnight oil, I always start with why. I learned from him, always start with why. Why are you doing this? Who do you want to target? Who do you want to speak to? Why are you sending that message out there? So even as I read his book, I always go back, start with why. And that is why I received that call, I hit to the call and burned the midnight oil, editing that video, to speak to the sponsors, to speak to the funders, to speak to anyone who would love to be part of this amazing journey. And it's such an honor to be the producer and editor of the video. Thank you.
That is the spirit, the green spirit. That's why you are all green. This is an undiscovered Kenya's best producer of such a thing. This is what he did in one night. If you're a corporate and you want to support his education, please do it. If you have something else that you can do that people can support, let us have a culture of working and get paid to achieve our dream. That is what I call everyone to be part of this. And that is the spirit of green, Kitui Green Run, the Run for Rain. And therefore I thank you all. I want to now announce, because we have Athletics Kenya, they are the ones who give us the date. So since you are here and you know that it will be happening, yes, you can go back. Please appreciate them. We are going to call upon Athletics Kenya to give us the date. We run according to their date. We have the ADAC, the Anti-Doping Association of Kenya, to be there to make sure that everyone who is running is the best and wins the best. And because Kenya is looking forward to have the 2029 games in Kenya. You remember, and I thank God, it's a dream for me. I was part of the biggest event ever in this country in 2027 called 2007, the event 2007 World Cross Country Championship. It remains still the best event that has been held in this country, the topmost in the global ranking. And now Athletics Kenya is bidding for the 2029 athletics event. Our country must be able to be the best. We must show the world that doping Z. We must show the world that Kenya has natural talent that the world must be able to be part of. And I'm so proud of this process that is coming up, the 2029, is it the World Championships Athletics? This is going to be the biggest ever after 2007. And what a joy, and why we must have clean sport. So I call upon the athletics team to give us the date for the 2027 Run for Rain. Let us be there in number. Wangapi wanasema hata mimi nitaenda kupatia watu na maji nikijienjoy? Yeah? I call upon everyone, whatever you say, whatever you speak, please do that. And for the Green Africa team, asante sana, support them with what they are selling, if there is anything they are selling. Please.
Thank you, Dr. Green, and all the accolades that you have given to Athletics Kenya, we do appreciate, humbly appreciate. For one, I want to mention that if we get the World Championship, it will be the first in Kenya, the first in Africa. So let us pray that we get it in 2029. For the sake of Green Africa, Run for Rain, we have slotted the event to be on 30th, not 31st. 31st will be a Monday, but 30th will be a Sunday. And since it is a routine that we have it on Sunday, so the date will be 30th May 2027. God bless you. I don't have much. Of course, like today we have a busy schedule. Now there's a team that is discussing the calendar, and we wanted to run there because we want to defend the date so that it is there in the calendar. So after some time, when you find that you don't get us, we will already have run. But all the same, we want to thank the Green Africa, the commitments that they meant. At times, there are very stringent rules on road racing, and we gave them. They followed them to the letter, and here we are with the athletes. We have had other organizers who have already promised to do major things, but at times money disappears, I don't know where. Athletes start suffering, but here we are with Green Africa and Dr. Green. We want to thank you. The media and everybody who supported, we want to say thank you. God bless you. The issues of doping, we cannot overstate. What happened in this year, we found that we realized that there are athletes who doped in our event. However, we have already talked to them, we have cancelled them, and we still hope with those athletes that are here that you become ambassadors of anti-doping. It is important that we run clean and we run pure, and that's our motto, and that is our effort that we have already put in place. We want to say God bless you and God bless Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you. Athletics Kenya, thank you very much. We request that everyone in this country who is working on sporting activities, let's leave professionals to do their professions, and let us respect institutions. Partnering with Athletics Kenya and institutions of that nature is what gives the events and participation credibility. It is out of their participation that we manage to realize through their partners ADAC, which is an expense that is worth paying, that indeed there were people who have found positive to be doping. This is a culture that needs to go down everywhere, whether it's a small event or big event. When Athletics Kenya does what they do and we support them to do, the nation gets better. Tourism gets even higher. Income at the community level even increases. And that is the Kenya we look forward to. May God bless each one of you. You're the best.
Haya. Nimerudi na kelele. Mmesikia kizungu mingi mzuri, mambo mzuri, si ndio? Sasa mimi mmenikubalisha nikuwe mtu wa kelele. Kuna bosi wetu wako hapa. Let me leave this to the chief steward.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event would not have happened without this great young man. This is one of the world's most famous athletes globally. Respected in Japan. He was number 3 in Japan marathon. He was number 2, and the number 3 was left by how many seconds from number 1? Few seconds from number 1. And you can imagine he was our ambassador for the Kitui Green Run. He made it happen. Mpigieni makofi tafadhali. Now, I want you to say something. Na uongee tu na Kiswahili, uongee na ile lugha inaingia kwa roho. Hata ukiniongelesha na Kikamba nitawatranslatea. Tuambie umuhimu na hatari ya kutumia madawa kwa kukimbia. Ili tusaidie vijana wetu. You are winning and you are not using all this. What is your advice, our champion?
Okay, kwanza kabisa na kushukuru kwa this organization of this year's event, na kwa kuhusu madawa ya kulevya. Athletes, mnajua vizuri tunategemea mwili yetu, ndio tunategemea, na ukidop na upatikane ubaniwe, your career inaisha. Imagine 1, 2, 3 years bila kukimbia, hiyo itakuwa affect kabisa. Kwa hivyo what I can urge you, run clean. Ukichapa mazoezi na ukule mzuri, utakimbia mzuri. Ni sawa? That's my advice. Thank you.
Kuna mahali naona doubt kidogo. Ukikula vizuri, mnanichekelea. Ambassador unasema nikikula mzuri. Nimekula, lakini kwa hapo kwa kukimbia hakuna. Hayo nayo tutaachana. Wale wako huko nyuma naona ni athletes. Tuseme oi. Sasa kwa kizungu tunasema walking the talk. Hawa wana run the talk. Bwana, kwani ulisomea kizungu wapi? Tunasema this, as we are walking the talk, wao wana run the talk, si ndio? Lakini sasa tukirudi pande ya Kitui Green Run, we are running for rain. Sasa kwa sababu kuna watu wengi wameongea na sitaki nipoteze muda wenyu, na naona Masai na didimia, nataka tupigie wale wote wameongea, alafu sasa we get to our final session kabisa, that will be led by our MC David, the participants award that will be guided by the chief steward, co-chair and the chair, and as well as other partners. Please, you'll be requested to come forward and gift the participants. Sini sawa? Na ikifika ni masaa ya kupiga makofi. Najua kuna mayai kwa mwili, kuna mandazi, chai mbili, kwanza huyu amekunywa vikombe mbili. Sio nguvu tuitumie kushangilia watu wameshinda leo kwa sababu ni siku yao. Tumekubaliana hiyo? Haya, tupigie wote wameongea makofi.